Phil? Ned Ryerson! Watch out for that first step, it's a doozy! Groundhog Day, released in 1993 and is directed by Harold Ramis, who directed such films like Caddyshack, Multiplicity, and National Lampoon's Vacation. And if you still don't know who he is, he played Egon in Ghostbusters. Egon! The film stars Bill Murray, Andy McDowell, Chris Elliott, and Stephen Trabowski. And once again, we are moving towards episode 100 of Caleb Watches Movies. This is episode 77, which is a film that just makes me happy. And when you think about happiness, yeah, that goes with living the same day over and over and over again, wouldn't you say? Bill Murray plays Phil, who is an arrogant weatherman who, for the 4th year in a row, is going to Puxatawny, Pennsylvania, to cover the famous Groundhog Day celebration. But after the day's festivities, Phil wakes up and it's Groundhog Day all over again. And it's Groundhog Day all over again. And it's Groundhog Day the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Yes, he is stuck in an endless time loop, and he has no idea how to get himself out of it. This film has such a delightful message. How can you not be happy by the end of this movie? You have this jerk of a character, Phil, who just starts off the film just being the most arrogant, douchebaggish of douchebags, and you just want to punch him in the face several different times. Probably kick him in the balls a couple too. But because he is stuck in this time loop for so long, I believe someone did research on it and he was there for like thousands of days, definitely like a couple of years at least. By the end of this film, you see him completely reformed and making himself into a better person. And with a storyline like that, I mean, how can you not be happy? It's basically a Christmas Carol, but done with Groundhog Day. Kind of. Let's start right off the bat. Bill Murray, he is fantastic in this film. I would say it's definitely one of his best performances he's ever given. Bill Murray, he is very subtle and very witty with his humor, which personally, I think if you're able to pull off a comedic performance by being subtle and witty, that's harder than doing physical stuff. And Bill Murray, I feel that he doesn't get enough talk about being such a great actor. He can do the dramatic, he can do comedic, he can do it all, really. And he definitely does it all with this film. His character, Phil, is so interesting. Yes, he starts off as a douchebag, but then when he finds out that he's in this time loop, he starts going through it kind of like how I feel all of us would if we were in the same situation. At first, we would think, oh my god, this is so cool. I can right all of my wrongs, and I can, basically, if it doesn't work out, I can do something different tomorrow and make it even better. And that works for a while, maybe a couple of months. But then with eventually doing the same thing over and over and over again after a couple of months, to maybe half a year, then to a whole year, and then maybe to a couple of years, you start to feel stagnant, you start to feel, repetitive, you're kind of going through the motions, you're kind of thinking, what is the meaning of being here? What's the meaning of being alive? I'm just kind of walking my way through it. Kind of bleeds into the philosophical ideas behind this film. The character starts off with thinking like, oh my god, this is so cool. I'll eat the foods that I've always wanted to eat, I'll drink what I want to drink, I'll sleep with whoever I want to sleep with. There are no consequences. Who cares? I'm gonna do what I want. But even the taste of splendor gets stale and dull after a while. And then you start questioning the reason of why you're stuck in this time loop. Why did this happen to me? Who did this to me? Am I a god? That was one of the best scenes of this film, is when he realizes that I'm stuck in this time loop and I cannot die. I must be a god. And then when he starts to fall in love with a character, but for the wrong reasons, she neglects him, and then he thinks, oh, well, there's no reason to live, I'm gonna try to commit suicide, and still it doesn't happen. That's what I love about this film. It's really discovering, what is the meaning of life? And really the meaning of life is, there really is no meaning of life. It's really your own meaning that you have with your own life. I guess, if that makes sense. The meaning of life is what you make of it. There is no set rule or set statement saying this is what you should get from life. The goal really should be to try to make yourself into the best person that you can think of. And if you give it your all to get to that point, then yeah, that's all you can ask for. And I think Bill Murray plays that beautifully. Andy McDowell, I think, is absolutely delightful in this film. Very likable character, and I love how she's always, keeping Bill Murray at arm's length. Bill Murray thinks he's all hot shit, but she's always there to kind of put him in his place and to take him down a couple of pegs. Which really, if you're looking for a relationship, you want someone like that to kind of keep you level-headed and not make you think that, oh, you're too good for where you are. And Stephen Tobolsky is absolutely hilarious as the insurance salesman. His voice, I don't think I will ever unhear out of my head. Phil! I absolutely love his performance. I love everyone's performance in this film. They're comedic, but yet they're very subtle and very realistic. You know, every time I watch this film, I always wonder, you know, what I would do if I was stuck in a time loop. What day would I want to relive? Or even better yet, I don't even want the choice. Which random day would these magical, mythical gods choose for me to live out for the rest of my life? I think it would absolutely be fascinating to see all the different scenarios that I can create. And then maybe at the end, maybe I can make myself into a better person. Who knows? So in the end, Groundhog Day, absolutely delightful. It makes me happy all over the place. I love the characters. Bill Murray is a magnificent talent. He really should get more recognition than what he has, and I absolutely love his character's journey here. Despicable, arrogant, jerk, douchebag, and over the course he sees his wrongs and he tries to make himself into a better person, and because of that he gets out of this loop. That's how he makes it out. And I love seeing journeys like that. How can you not be happy after watching a journey like that? So I definitely recommend, if you've never seen this film before, you are doing yourself a disservice. Pop it in, you will be delighted. So of course I'm gonna give Groundhog Day 5 out of 5 Blu-rays. Alright everyone, we are moving right along to episode 100 and beyond. Episode 78 is coming up next, and, you know, as a contrast from this review, this is a film that makes me sad. Something that I don't like being. But with doing a list like this, you have to do the contrasting thing. So this one makes me happy, this next one coming up is gonna be making me sad. Oh boy, I remember the first time I watched this film and I was a bag of tears all over the place. Not just tears though, like my soul cried. That hit me right here. And your hint for next episode, I would say, is she has a lovely voice. Kind of an independent film. Not a lot of people saw it, but if you really think about that hint, I think you'll have an idea. So everyone, have you seen Groundhog Day? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before, you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. And when you're done commenting, please like and subscribe to my channel so you know the next time I post my next movie review. So everyone, I will see you next time with a film that makes me sad. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.